The Srishant has confessed his crime to the Delhi police, saying
बार-बार आईसीसी ये कहती रही है कि आप एंटी करप्शन ब्यूरो जो आईसीसी ने बनाया है उसकी मदद ली जाए और
श्रीशांत अपने स्पेल के दूसरे ओवर में 14 रन या 14 से ज्यादा देगा.
Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of Street Journos. My name is Abhinav Trivedi.
And I am Rachit Gupta.
So this time we decided not to fictionalize our story but rather talk to you directly, face to face. The story which we are discussing today is cricket betting and whether it should be made legal in this country. Or rather, can it be made legal in this country after all?
After IPL was disgustingly tainted last year, there were allegations on players, even the team owners and their damads of being involved in match fixing and spot fixing. Now looking at all these allegations, the Honorable Supreme Court of India formed a committee headed by Justice Lodha back in 2015.
The committee was called Lodha Committee.
Yeah.
Lodha Committee ने काफी सारे recommendations दिए थे and we picked some of them for your benefit. Prime among them being delinking of BCCI and the IPL.
No way.
We wish that happens.
Yeah.
Bringing BCCI under RTI ambit. Categorically, the committee also stated that no minister or government servant shall be the office bearer of the BCCI. Wow. But one particular recommendation which got everybody's eye, from the lawyers to the players to the BCCI itself, is that the suggestion to the legislature for legalizing cricket betting in this country. There's a reason for Aam Aadmi to cheer now. Wow.
But why on earth did Lodha committee and team do that? Just because the judiciary works on evidence? Well, to be frank, Lodha committee in its report did say what all the sports lovers in the country throughout have been saying for many years. Make cricket betting legal.
The point we are trying to understand here is कि अगर betting को legal बना दिया जाता है तो क्या होगा? What will be the implications? And more importantly, can betting be made legal in this country?
Exactly.
Well, I guess Justice Lodha and his team are very well aware of the fact that Indians love betting and betting is inevitable in this country. Sample this. According to a report in 2015, UK-based betting website called Betfair received payments close to 1.9 lakh crore from India only. As per estimates, खाली इंडिया में सट्टेबाजी का बाजार annually 40,000 करोड़ रुपए का transaction लेता है, and that too when it's illegal. Therefore, India loves betting. Point proved.
Now imagine the money that it would generate for the government in the form of taxes. And more importantly, it would become legitimate money which could be tracked and which is transparent. It is estimated that if betting is taxed, then Indian government will actually gain 12,000 crore rupees annually just out of the taxes from betting.
If 30% of the rate is applied.
Exactly, yeah, if 30% of the rate is applied.
Exactly. So you might wonder that why isn't betting legal? In fact, for your information, the Goa government received 135 crores last year on taxes from betting because gambling is legal in Goa. So in the end, why can't we make this legal if everything is there and there's so much money involved? Well, to know more about legal betting, let's get into the history of it. शुरू करते हैं कि अभी मौजूदा हालात क्या है और कहां से आए हैं. On paper, gambling or cricket betting is covered or is governed by the ancient Public Gambling Act of 1867 established by the East India Company. जी हाँ, अंग्रेज चले गए पर अपने कायदे कानून यहीं छोड़ गए. Ironically, the British, when they went back to UK, made gambling legal in their own country. That's why betting is legal in UK. But in India, it's still illegal because we are still governed by the old law. However, 1996 में सुप्रीम कोर्ट का एक डायरेक्टिव आया था जिसमें इस लॉ को डिफंक्शनलाइज कर दिया गया था and every state was allowed to have its own law on betting. But still, except Goa and Sikkim, all the other states are covered by this law. The only sport which is legalized as far as betting is concerned is horse racing and of course lotteries, which we see on streets every day.
Okay, so now let's take a look at what cricket betting really is. In simple terms, it's just like any other form of betting. You just have to place your money on your own predictions, on the outcomes that you predict. So basically, if you put your money on Virendra Sehwag hitting a 6 in a certain ball, and if he does hit a 6, then you win the money.
Apart from this, online gambling has recently been made legal in the state of Sikkim. However, considering the way India is, the online laws for cricket betting are still unclear, and that's why Indians place a huge amount of bet online every year. And to be honest, IPL tops the charts. But what is wrong in legalizing cricket? Like he described, it's just like a stock market where you predict something, and based on the outcome, if your intelligence was right, you earn money. Then why isn't cricket betting legal? Let's get to the point.
So let's start with the reason which is known to everyone, the social pressure. Critics have fairly pointed out that betting is like an addiction. Many families have been reported to being destroyed because of certain family members' addiction to betting. There have been reports of people spending all their life savings, all their jewelry, all their money into betting. And that is why maybe betting, if it is made legal, then people might just get hooked onto it in order to earn more money in a very simple way. Yeah, okay, well, that's fair enough, but I think even alcohol is legal and alcohol has been destroying families over the years.
Exactly.
Is it not right?
That is so debatable.
Yeah.
Ban alcohol in that case. Well, we now give you the most important aspect on why making betting legal in this country will be a huge task. We are talking about the economic and financial implications. The problem here is not betting. The problem is that betting eventually transforms into match fixing and spot fixing. Critics have rightly pointed out that people with high net worth and of course reach, like in case of IPL Raj Kundra or Gurunath Mayappan, can fix the outcome of the match. Now this is too disastrous. अगर आपको पहले से ही पता है कि रिजल्ट क्या होने वाला है, then what's the point of watching a game? Many legal experts also feel, and this was pointed out even before the Lodha committee's report, that the money in match fixing is very huge. So much so that annually, if a player earns through his contracts, through his endorsements, through his match fees, if he makes $100 throughout the year, he can make more than $1,000 in just one match through match fixing. That is the extent of money involved here, and this is one reason legalizing this betting will be a huge task.
So let's discuss, where does all this money come from? It's a simple rule of economics. Whatever it is that you make illegal in a market, uska value अपने आप ऊपर बढ़ जाता है. And here is why the problem gets even more complicated. The money that is involved in this, it's all black money, which cannot be traced at all. which is not at all transparent, जिसका अता पता कुछ नहीं, जिसका source नहीं मालूम है, जिसका destination नहीं मालूम है. And because this money is hidden in the market, the people don't know anything about it.
Yeah, governments.
Government नहीं यार, लोग.
Logan administration have no clue. Governments, well, no comments.
So what is it that the people want to do with so much money? Obviously, they want to convert it into white money, or they want to make profits out of it.
As per estimates, India has black money to the tune of $3 trillion. In your face, India's GDP. Now sample this. According to an American think tank, between 2003 to 2014, $51 billion of money has outflown, and this is all black money. $51 billion of black money. And you know what? India's defense budget is less than $50 billion. What do we have to say? So, do you understand now why the money is so huge and why this entire business is so huge?
And why the players get involved in match fixing? Because the money is huge, and that is the reason why we see Srisan dancing on stage instead of bowling on the field.
That's why they get so tempted. Now, there is also a huge probability that since betting is illegal, this money is involved to terrorism and underworld.
Yeah.
Now, that's something very big. It is the same black money on which various political leaders have done a lot of drama.
So, in fact, many people in India do feel that cricket betting can never be made legal. And this is because the business is not governed by the market forces. It's governed by a nexus. Whose nexus that we can never really find out, or we can never really say as of now.
Now, if you connect the dots, then the cricket administration has seen robust participation from all the parties, all the political parties, sometimes even more than the parliament. Politicians are more active in the cricket governing council than they can ever be in the parliament. From Arun Jaitley of the BJP to Rajiv Shukla of the Congress to even Sharad Pawar of the NCP, who even managed to reach the top of ICC, International Cricket Council. Sometimes I feel that in cricket, politicians have a common song.
But
On record, in fact, former cricketers and eminent lawyers across the country have supported legal betting there, and they have come out in a big way to support cricket betting, and it should be made legal in the country. That's what they say.
But yes, there has to be a body, a statutory body which regulates betting in India. And it should also help keep the players out of the ambit. And also it should track the sources and the destination and the mode of all the money that is being involved in betting.
What we are trying to say is that to make cricket betting legal, there has to be a very strong mechanism which governs every part of the transaction. Then only it will be possible to make cricket betting legal, like it happens in the UK, United Kingdom. After the Lodha committee submitted its report, our Law Minister Mr. Sadanand Gowda was asked this question, whether he is considering making betting legal in this country now after the Lodha committee has recommended it. His response was, and I quote, "There are enough laws to eliminate betting first. Legalizing can be considered later." Eliminate cricket betting? So in a way, our law minister is saying that he can eliminate, or rather he can execute laws to eliminate 40,000 crore of transactions which happen every year in this country. In a country like India, you want to eliminate that? Well, good luck with that. Financially, it makes most sense for the government as well as the citizens if cricket betting is made legal in this country. Why? Because everything will come out in the open. Right now, the nexus which is controlling the money transactions will come up and will be exposed. Every citizen will have an idea where this money is coming from. Legalizing will make more sense for the government because it will earn taxes as well as the citizens. But as usual, our governments and administrations are used to solving any problem through two prisms. In this case, the first one is of course vote bank. The second one is of course breaking of the nexus. If this nexus breaks, this might have many ripple effects on the government and the administrations. Many officers, many office bearers, or many people in the government might also be exposed. This is one reason why legalizing cricket betting in this country still remains a huge task.
So we really hope this episode has helped you understand all the circus that there is around cricket betting in India.
And we have been able to demystify some of the factors around legalizing cricket betting in India. Stay tuned for our next episodes.
Which is going to be an interesting one.
Till then,
let's keep learning.
Oh, and in the air, but wide of Clark, just wide of him. It went like a rocket to the boundary. Clark looked just a little bit wrong-footed. He looked as if he might have been going to his left a little bit. Normally, he's brilliant in those positions there. It was to his wrong side, but he just looked a little...